I'm looking at all the crypto prices. That's why I'm making all these weird faces. I'm like, oh, that one went up. Oh, that one went down. Oh, that one stayed about the same. That's, if you guys are wondering what all those stupid faces were for. All right, let's do this. Hey, look, we're doing this wrong. Yeah, look at us. We're shutting it up and shutting it down. We're taking it up and we're taking it downtown. Looking at us go. Look at us now. Beezlin, white Beezlin to the Beezle. You guys like that? Of course you don't like it. You don't care. You know you don't like it. Okay, here. This is what we're going to do. Cyber is cyberless today, so we're going to close that. We are little Beezle, white Beezlin. Did we go live on the masses? Did we go live on the... Two watching. Okay, we got 2 people watching. That's cool. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? I don't see the chat. I don't see the chat. Looking for the chat. Don't see the chat. Looking for the chat. I do not see the chat. Where is the chat? Where is the chat? Is that the chat? That's not the chat. Where's the chat? I don't know where the chat is. Where's the chat? Chat?
Matthew Fisher.
Hey, Matthew Fisher. Hello, Matthew Fisher. How are you, Matthew Fisher? How's it going, Matthew Fisher? What's going on, Matthew Fisher? I'm trying to figure out where my chat went. Hold on a second. Chat. Where's the fucking chat? Where's the fucking chat? Chat, where is my chat? And I don't know. Where's my chat? Where is my chat? Okay, I think I found it. I think I found it right here. Yeah, I think I found it. So let's just move it up here until we can see it. That's kind of weird. That we can't see the chat. Why is it doing that?
Patrick John Welder.
That's why it's...
Looking for the chat. Don't see the chat.
Chat,
where you at? Wish we could see you, chat. Come out of hiding, chat. Get the fuck out here, chat. Fucking chat.
What's up? How's it going? I got boots on, man. I never do a show with shoes on, let alone boots.
Big Mac 83.
You want to see?
Yo.
I don't do this. I don't wear boots. What am I doing? I got a foot on a problem. I can't wear boots. I don't like wearing boots. Those of you guys who are wondering, that's a Seinfeld reference. The foot odor problem. It's not me. I don't have a foot odor problem. I don't want to start rumors about myself. Yeah, stupid rumors. I don't
Matthew
need.
Fisher.
Matthew Fisher.
I've been watching you for a few years when I can.
Ooh, you're peeping me.
When did you get your hair cut short?
Why are you peeping? Why are you peeping,
John
Matthew?
Welder.
Why are you peeping?
That's a great song. Looking for the chat, looking for the chat, looking for the chat.
Looking for the chat in all the wrong places. Looking for the chat, too many spaces. Looking for chats in all of the chats. What I'm chatting on now. See, that's the hook right there. What I'm chatting on now. See, that's a hook. That's how you write a hook for a song, man. You make it look kind of catchy, kind of melodic. You repeat it a few times. You got yourself a hit. There you go. We're going to Hollywood, baby. Look at us. We're going. I got to take these shoes off. Now, something you might not know about me, I wear special socks. I wear special. You didn't know that, did you? Right now, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, dude, Nan's like the coolest motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life. That's about as cool as it gets. Ma! 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 She can't hear me. I'm screaming. Ma! Look at my socks, Ma! Look at my socks! Look, they got cannabis leaves on them, Ma! They got cannabis leaves on them!
I know, I washed them yesterday.
She's like, I know, I watched them.
I know.
You're the funniest. I love her. She's my new co-host. Ma's my new I'm just going to call her Ma. Hey, Ma! Ma's my new co-host, man. You guys having fun yet? Let me know in the chat if you're having fun. Because this is, this is a Beezle, why you Beezlin? Beezle all day show. You know what that means, don't you? It means it's fun with Trendy Nay show. What? We're having fun? Yeah, man. I was like, let's just have some fun, man. I was hanging out with my family today.
Aaron-eyed. OMG, what a perfect response from MA.
From Ma? What a perfect response from Ma. She's like, I know, I watched them. She's amazing. So, Anywho, I went with my family today. We ate at
Baba
Seasons. Baba Fazar.
Been swinging $CRV.
I was in my Baba Fazar voice right when you came in. We ate at
12 hours.
Seasons 52 today, which was very nice. I had the hamburger and a small Caesar salad. It was delicioso. I only had half of the hamburger to keep my girlish figure. Been swinging CRV and Polly, sir. Really awesome swings last 12 hours. Baba Fazar, you making some money? You a trader? What format? What platform do you use to trade with, Baba Fazar? Baba Fazar, are you in the United States? And if so, what platform do you use to trade with? Let us know what your trading fees are, sir.
Matthew Fisher. What cannabis are you going to smoke right now?
Matthew Fisher, it's an excellent question. I'm probably going to smoke some cherry pie because I don't have to go through it for seeds. Because this is like some of the most pristine.
Baba Fazar.
Baba Fazar.
Yes, sir. Binance ONLY. Safest.
You use Binance?
Yes, sir. In Boston, Massachusetts. Lisa Fernie. Hey, Nate, good evening.
Binance is pretty safe, man. Binance US really screwed me, though, so I don't use them and I don't recommend them. I would never recommend Binance US. Now, Binance and Binance US are two separate entities, so you guys know. I don't know how Binance is, but Binance US fucked me for months on a whole bunch of crypto, man. It took them forever to get back with me, and when they finally got back with me, they did fix it. They did give me my crypto back, but they had locked me out of my account.
420.
And I was pissed off.
Yo, son.
Most thing I was pissed off about was the fact they wouldn't respond for so long. It took months. And I kept filling out new trouble tickets. You know what happens when you fill out a new trouble ticket at Binance? It says, we've already got a trouble ticket open, so we're going to just tack this on your other trouble ticket. And you're like, right, so no one's going to look at it. Okay, I totally got it. I get it. Get it, got it, good. Yeah, you got me real good. But like I said, brother, it was just a technical support issue. It wasn't a problem with their security. It was a problem with their I can't remember exactly how it went down, bro. I just remember I was really pissed off and there was some crypto I couldn't access. I can't even remember.
Yes, the US version doesn't have good customer service, sir.
No, it does not. So you and I we're like this, Baba Fazar. We're like this, bro. See, you notice how I didn't say Binance sucks because I don't know about Binance. I've never fucked with Binance. I have fucked with Binance US. I'm smart enough to know that they're two different things.
Stephen Running.
You're watching the right show, aren't you?
Good afternoon.
Because I'll say Baba Fazar. Who else is going to say Baba Fazar? Who else is going to say Baba Fazar? No one on any podcast anywhere is going to say Baba Fazar. So just remember that. You come here for the Baba Fazar and stay for so much more. But definitely come for the Baba Fazar. Because I do.
Jacob Cheeseman.
Jacob!
Subnay.
Yeah, what's up, Jacob Cheeseman? You need to be smoking some UK cheese with that name, Cheeseman. Cheeseman?
Jacob Cheeseman.
When you say, why you cheesing, Cheeseman?
Nice haircut, bro.
Nice haircut? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, here, let's do it. Thank you for the compliment. No law regarding cannabis, everybody. I like to smoke the cannabis. Look, you were looking at my roof. You didn't even know it, did you?
Beezlin, 420.
You didn't know it. You didn't know it.
The wings like Paulie.
I came for the wings like Paulie. Hey, I came for the wings. Hey, I can't wait till I get my haircut. I get the wings like Paulie. I got the wings, man. I got the wings. I didn't even know I got the wings like Paulie. Dude, a woman at the restaurant that we just ate at, she looked at me and she goes, "Are you Italian?" And
Jacob Cheeseman.
No, I'm not Italian. What do you think I'm Italian? I said, don't disrespect the family. I said to her. I go, no, we're not Italian. Oh, I need some air. Okay, you know. Look at that. What? Oh, ventilation right in there. Right, I needed some air right in there.
Enoch, why you
That's air
420.
Right in the house.
Never.
You guys like that? You like when I ask you if you guys like that? You guys like that?
Jacob Cheeseman.
It's part of the joke.
Followage.
You know, part of the joke is you guys like that? All right, no law regarding cannabis, everybody. We are smoking. We're going to call this top of the hour. Catching up time. Cheers, everybody. I told you, only come in here if you're trying to have a good time. Only come in here if you're trying to have fun. Because this is the Why You Beezlin. Why You Beezlin, Beezle all day. This is the Why You Beezlin, Beezlin all day show. Why You Beezlin, little mini bees. Beezlin all day. Cheers, guys. I hope you guys are having fun, because I am.
Enoch YU Beezlin 420. Cheers son #NLRC #cannabisism tisms for all. Barber Fazar. I usually burn sativa, but tried a sativa recently. Amazing. Jacob Cheeseman. What's your YouTube name? Barber Fazar.
Nay's Garden.
Tried a hybrid. Matthew Fisher. Followage.
But don't stop. Jacob, don't stop until you find the one with 25,000 subscribers. And make sure you subscribe to all the Nay's Garden channels. They're all mine. Sign up for notifications on all of them. So you get notified when I go live.
Jacob Cheeseman.
Oh, that's so relaxing and good.
Okay, will do.
I'm turning my fan on now.
Enoch YU Beezlin 420.
I've got a big sweat from that.
You always put a smile on my face, bro. Sit down, shut up.
Sit down, shut up, you. You're very good, you. What are you doing? Nobody's even doing that. We're sitting it down and we're shutting it up. We're sitting it down and we're shutting it up and we're shutting it down is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right now. We're going to turn on the fan. Look at this. We're going to cool it down a little bit because I got a little bit of a bong hit sweat. Look at the bong hit sweat. Look at that. See that shine? That's a bong hit shine, baby. Dude, look at my hair growing back in. Look at my hair growing back in. I got like a full head of hair. No one knew it. Everyone thought, man, that guy just grows his hair out long because he didn't want to lose what he's got. And while that may have been true, I've come to learn that it wasn't true, really. You know, that I do have some hair.
Cheesy.
You just had to get it out of that ponytail, you know?
Just like that found
I mean, little hair there. Look at that. Who would have known? Little something going on up there. Bam! Just like that, found you. Jake Cheeseman. Yeah, Jake Cheeseman's here! Yo, son! I'm glad you found me. Good, man. Jake Cheeseman's here, everybody, in the chat. He's okay. Now, let me give you the Rumble. Now that you're on YouTube, I can give you the Rumble.
Outside grow and lots of land.
We got to get some of you guys on Rumble, man, so we can go over there and just shit up. You know what I mean? We got to shit up. Come on over to Rumble where we can say whatever we want. We can do whatever we want, man. It's like freedom! Like you've never experienced before. So come on over to Rumble, man. You know how many viewers I have on Rumble right now? Afternoon, Nay. Hope all's well. Top of the hour. Hey, Ma. Yummy buds. Me too. They locked me out when the value was dropping. Lesson learned. Got to go. Keep it open. Okay, you're dead to me. Let's keep moving. Okay, 4 people watching over there on the Rumbles. On the Rumbles. Let's see here. 4 watching. There we go. Okay, I can close this window now. The cat has... Wait, not yet. Not yet. The cat's moved into the home. The cat has moved into the home. FTX hacker on the run splits 180,000 Ethereum across 12 new wallets to confuse investigators. Bro, I wonder if they're going to be able to catch this person with these crypto addresses. I mean, how... I would think that investigators would be able to track it down because... Remember, they tracked those people down that ripped off all that Bitcoin recently, that couple, that they stole all that fucking Bitcoin, and they got caught. So I would think that the investigators have a way of tracking you down and finding out who you are via crypto, via your crypto wallet address. I don't know, but you would think, right? There'd be some kind of geolocation or something involved in the address. I know that a lot of exchanges, or I should say a lot of cryptocurrencies, wallets, have a specific code at the beginning of them, so you know what kind of stuff, whether it's Ethereum or Bitcoin, you know, or different kind, whether it's Litecoin or something. They have their own wallet label at the beginning. You know, it's BTC or whatever to get you, so you know what you're dealing with. But I wonder if there's anything else relatable inside those addresses. I mean, you would think that you would be able to use the what do they call it? Etherscan, and to track these people down completely with Etherscan, but I don't know. You know, I guess they've tracked people before, man. Man, if I was stealing millions or billions of dollars from a corporation, man.
Let's beat a guitar.
I guess
now.
these. Hey, Cyber.
Moo.
What's up, son?
Hey, bro.
Hey, brother.
Moo.
Brother.
Moo.
Yes, moo moo. Yes, moo moo. Sir, good sir.
You want to smoke?
Yes, I want to smoke. I do indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed. I want to put a little bit more cherry pie in this bowl here so that I might smoke with my friend Cyber. Lord, indeed. Yes, we just had a very nice lunch affair with our family. So there were
Hell yeah.
my mom's sisters were there. They're like the Simpsons, like Marge and the two sisters. My mom's Marge, of course. And then there's how many of my cousins? Four of my cousins, an aunt. Okay, so 3 aunts, 4 cousins, a second cousin, 3 aunts, 4 cousins, a second cousin, me and my mom.
God damn.
So there were 10 of us, and then all of them, except for my second cousin, all of them came back to the house after lunch. And we all hung out here and talked about the time I got attacked by the bear and shit. It's funny. I had to tell the story 3 times because I was in 3 different groups of people. And my cousin, I've got a cousin, his name's Ben too, and he said to me, he's like, tell my wife the story again. And I was like, I'll tell you the short version because you've already heard it twice, bro. He goes, no, I like hearing it. Tell the whole story. I got such a kick out of that. So I told the whole story again. All right. No longer regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody in the live stream. Here we go. We're smoking. We're going to buzz some smoking. It's going to be fun. I like it. Cannabis is so fun. Cannabis is just fun.
It is. First one hit of the day.
Matthew Fisher. No law regarding cannabis. Hippie chick. How sweet the girls brought the kids. Love that. Hippie chick. Cheers.
Oh, the coffee though makes the cannabis so nice and smooth. So I had brought a can of Altoids that my girlfriend had given me with me to the restaurant. And these are the wintergreen ones. Luckily, they weren't the peppermint ones. They were wintergreen. And at the end of the meal, when we were all getting up and walking away, I pulled it out.
You still have your big outside grown, eh?
You know, I grabbed a couple, I ate them, and I walked around to everybody and offered
Don't forget
mints.
to hit that like button and share.
Almost everybody, all my cousins took mints. It was so funny. Everybody wanted a mint. I'm so glad I brought them. It was like a little happiness for everybody after their meal. So funny. And everyone should do that. All of you should go get a tin of Altoid wintergreen, and if you ever go out to dinner with a large amount of people, bring them with you, and then hook everybody up at the end of the meal. You'd be surprised how many people are with you on that one. It's amazing. I was amazed. But anyway, it is a quarter of the hour late. Now I'm smoking quarter of the hour, 7, whatever. I'm trying to catch up. So Cyber, how about you, man? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
No law regarding cannabis. Everybody, cheers. You guys should see my desktop. It's so badass. I'm going to show it to you at one point.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody. It looks clean today.
I mean, my PC desktop. Here, check this out.
Enoch White Beezlin 420. Hash playing catch-up.
How it does that.
Oh.
All right. Check. Okay, let me get my one camera up so I can see what I'm showing you guys. Now that I've hidden everything from myself. There it is. Okay. All right, cool. All right, check this out.
Joe Moore 1. Happy 420.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm getting all ready and excited for it. I got up on all my windows.
I can see that.
Oh, it's fun time. Nice fun show. Fun show. It's gonna be fun times. Whoa, look at that, man. Got a nice view of the outside from up there. Look at that. You guys can see outside. We're watching deer. Deer came through. My family was here, and some deer came through the yard, which is really nice. My dog took off
Happy
after a deer.
420.
My cousin had the dog. Happy 420. My cousin had the dog on the leash. I got to pack up really quick. Oh, no, I'm good for 420. And she had the leash in her hand, and he ran, and it burned her hand. The freaking friction sucked. I felt so bad. She's like, don't worry about it. I put some triage oil on it. It's nice. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Happy 420, everybody. Cyber, cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody. Oh, fuck, I'm good. I'm man.
Floyd I. George. Good afternoon. Enoch YU Beezlin 420. Cheers.
Oh, look.
Hippie
That was
chick.
fucking quick.
Cheers.
Quick morning bong hits, man. Holy fuck.
Stephen running. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. That cherry pie, the smoke seems kind of thin. I don't know why that was, man. Maybe that's because it was just finished. Finished that bowl. That was the problem. I have to make up for that. Bottom of the hour in 10 minutes. 8 minutes now. Let me get this bowl ready with a fresh bowl. We're just smoking and talking some shit today, folks. What's up? We're just having fun. We're just going to have a fun show. It's going to be a fun show, a king-size show.
Matthew Fisher.
The Vicksburg in Pittsburgh. The Vicksburg in Pittsburgh. Give me the rub. I need the rub. Have you moved? I really don't recognize your surroundings. I have moved to Florida. I live on a creek. Living creek life in Florida. I'm living in Florida. Living La Vida, Florida. Someone's like talking about the politics of Florida. Someone said, dude, Florida's like become just this red wave, right wing wasteland. And I said, dude, on Twitter, I said,
Floyd I. George. Swampland.
I said, just cut us off like a gangrene infected little toe and just forget about us, man. You're much better off. I said, the first thing I said was, I live here. And then I said that, the other thing. Then I said the other thing. Yeah, then I said the other thing. Thing that I already said? Yeah, that thing. That's the thing that I said. The gangrene toe thing. Let's see if there's any seeds in this bud. We were getting surprise after surprise after surprise in the earlier show. It usually doesn't happen that often. Even when I'm just always smoking Gorilla Glue, it doesn't always happen like that. But man, the earlier show, it was like a seed bonanza. So I got all these seeds, and I got all these Gorilla Glue seeds now, man. It's crazy. Someone was like, are you worried that they're going to hermaphrodite? And I was like, they are hermaphrodite. The plants that were on the both sides of this plant did not get seeded at all. It's definitely a Hermy plant, definitely self-pollinated. The whole plant's pollinated. There's seeds in the whole plant, right? And no other seeds in the grow. That can only mean one thing. It's a hermaphrodite. When I smoke this hermaphrodite, I get high. What? Hermy high. I get high as Hermes up in the sky. What the constellation? Okay, Google. Where is the Hermes constellation located?
These pictures should match.
Hermes. There it is. Look at that. Lyra. Whatever. Psh, go fuck yourself. Nobody's even trying to do that anymore, palsy walsy. Psh, nobody's even doing it like that anymore. So Matthew Fisher want to know where I moved to. I moved back home with my mom and my dad. And this is where I'll remain, man. This is it. This is the place. I was going to buy a house, and I just figured out I don't need a fucking house, But I do need a storage warehouse, man, for all the shit from my other house.
Matthew Fisher.
I gotta get that shit cleaned the fuck out.
I'm about to roll one up and smoke one for you, Nay.
I gotta go
Dylan
back.
Folks. Hey.
I gotta go back to fucking California, dude, and I don't want to do it. But I gotta get in there. I gotta get all my glass wrapped up, dude. Mostly. I gotta get all my bongs wrapped up. Now, I know somebody else could do that for me, But it's a lot of work. I don't mind doing it myself, but I just mind having to fly out there and fly back.
Enoch YU Beezlin 420. Don't do it.
What do you mean don't do it? Be more explicit, Enoch. What do you mean? Unreal. Nobody's even doing it like you anymore, Palsy. What are you even not doing? You're not doing that. That's for not sure at all. Nobody's even not sure about you anymore, Palsy. Is it bottom of the hour yet, Palsy? It is
Matthew
almost.
Fisher.
Nobody's even complaining about
I
it.
used to love your garden work at your old house and when you took your dog out in the woods.
Matthew, you know you can always go back and watch those videos. Those are still available for you to watch. You know, like your favorite MASH 4077
Enoch YU Beezlin
episode.
420.
You can watch your favorite trendy
You know you're
videos on
saying that the
YouTube,
way
guys.
say don't do it.
You all know that, right? If you ever enjoy one of my shows, just go to my channel and I'm not like Jimmy Dore that charges you a fee to go watch my uploads. You know, sure, he'll show you parts from his video, but if you want to see a whole podcast, you got to go pay on his website. I'm not like that. It's all free. It's all available. It's across all my channels. Every channel's got the archive, in whatever particular archive it's been exposed to, but some of them have massive video archives. So go help yourselves, man. If you're ever bored one day and I'm not live, and you're like, I can't get enough of that guy. I'd love to see my numbers go up. I'd love to see you guys subscribe to that YouTube channel, man, with the 25,000 subscribers. Please, please consider doing that. Get my numbers back up. Before it falls under 25,000, it's getting close. They keep subtracting people. They keep subtracting people. They keep subtracting people. So, you know it's bullshit. It's hard enough for me, and they make it 10 times as hard by doing what they do, pulling their bullshit and then lying about it and saying they're not doing it when we can see the numbers going down. We can see that my audience isn't getting notified when I go live. What did Bitcoin do? What did Bitcoin do? 1694. What are we doing? Why can't we get over 100? Where's Joe H at? Where's Killer GB at? Why can't we get over 100? What's going on, guys? Fill me in here. What's going on with... Up there goes 102. Okay. 5 and 15 quarter 22 and 15 100. Here we go, folks. 99. We're back under 100, folks. 3 to 15 quarter 22, 50 quarter 5, 15 quarter 22, 50, 199, 99 and 99, 70, 100.71. 3 to 15 quarter 22, 50 quarter 168, 3 to 15 quarter 104, 27. Ding, 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 5 and 1. We have a winner. 105, 108, 79. Here we go, folks. 3 to 15, 2, 2, 50 quarter 5, 5, 50 quarter 22, 50 quarter 5, 5, 50 quarter 22, 50 quarter 5, 5, 103. 103 and 15 quarter 22. Come on, folks. Let's go. Who's going to purchase some of this tasty Bitcoin on its way up out of this bear market? We don't like bears. We like bulls. We like strong like bull. That is what we like. Bull in China shop. That is me on any... That describes me on every social media platform, bro. I just realized that. Social media for me, it's like a bull in a China shop. And man, I just kind of bump into shit and ruin everything. All right. So, no law regarding cannabis, cyber reload. Are you with me? We have a cyber down. We have a cyber down. Psst, nobody's binge watching me anymore, Palsy. I know, right? I hate that. Nobody binge watches the show. I could go to my channel and tell you how many videos get viewed every, day. They keep track of all that shit on the analytics. But for some reason, I have a feeling that the views won't justify the lack of subscribers. I have a feeling. Cyber.
Yeah, I'm back.
We're late.
Joe H.
I know,
Good evening,
but those
May.
2 bong hits went right to my stomach, man.
Okay. I'm glad you're back.
But I'm packed. Here
Okay.
goes.
I'm packed. Well, not anymore. Not after that trip to the bathroom.
Matthew
All right.
Fisher.
No law to the no law regarding cannabis. Everybody, cheers, cheers, Cyber.
Yes.
Great
thanks for
outfit.
Joe
waiting,
H, I'm glad you're
Cheers,
here. I was
cheers,
just
everybody.
calling for you.
LRC. Hippie chick. Cheers.
I thought you left. I thought you said you had to go. Funky, fresh, sweet is the only way I can describe this. There's a little bit of pine, but it's not like overbearing pine, which I don't like overbearing pine. A little bit of pine, but it's got that funk overall sweetness. It's so good. Dominating affy type flavor. Just resiny on my lips, sticky. Off a bong rip, not off a joint, off a bong rip, getting resin through the water like that. You know? And it's tasty. This resin tastes good.
Matthew Fisher. Can you tell us a funny cannabis story?
I'll tell you about the times that I greened out from cannabis. It's happened to me 3 times. Okay? One time I was at this guy's house. His name was Kevin Leiter, and he lived with this guy, Ralph Amaduri. Funny story. I was on the couch, and Kevin or Ralph I was with my friend Gary, who had brought me over there, and I think my friend Billy, and I think my other friend Nate was there, I believe. And we're all sitting around, and I'm sitting on the couch. I think I was sitting with Gary, and Ralph was sitting in a big armchair, I think. Somebody handed me the bong, and I took a big freaking bong rip. And I can't remember what kind of a bong it was. I have to think about it. Put the bong down, and I leaned back a little bit, and the next thing I remember was I was like this, right? And my head was bouncing back off the couch, and I opened my eyes like that. I totally greened out, and I looked around at everybody, and everyone was like, dude, you just passed out. I was like, I know, right, man? What the fuck just happened, dude? They're like, you passed out and hit your head on the couch, and it woke you up immediately. They're like, you just went back and hit your head and woke right up. And I was like, yeah, so that happened to me at Kevin and Ralph's house. Not such a funny story. Ralph got murdered outside the back of a fucking bar years after that. For no reason. It was like a gang initiation murder, and Ralph was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He went out back to smoke a cigarette. So it was cigarette smoking that literally got my friend Ralph killed. Right?
Damn.
Right? Think about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot him in the head. So, just gonna kill somebody, a random person, you know? And they caught the guy that did it. They caught the guy that did it. I think he was like 17 years old.
Wow.
Anyway, second story. I was on a high rise. It was like not a high rise. It was like a 10-story type condo. And I was in my cousins that were here, it was their parents' condo I was at. I wasn't supposed to be there, but my parents had a key to it in the kitchen. And I used to take that thing and go out there. I'd bring my friends. We get all fucked up and party at the condo, dude. You guys want to go party at the beach? Yeah, we go to fucking condo, dude. It was fucking a lot of fun. And I had brought my friend Bob, his girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, And I think my buddy Dave, who I go down, who Docky Hollandaise got to meet, that we play Frisbee with down at the Springs, I believe he was there. And I brought my mason jar, I had a mason jar bong. And some of my mason jar bongs had several mason jars, and they were all hose. They had big, like 3/4 inch plastic clear hose in between them, and one big 3/4 plastic inch hose going into a metal jar, or a cork. And you'd smoke out of that, and it'd be like a Loch Ness monster.
Nathan Kings.
And it'd go through like 3 different chambers of water. I thought I was a fucking genius for this, and I believe it was one of these times was I swear one of these times was a gravity bong hit. I swear. This one was one of those mason jar bongs, I believe. And one of those guys might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what happened. We were taking bong hits inside the house, and we were going to the door, and we were blowing our hits outside. Okay? I took we were all sitting around the table. I took an exceptionally large bong hit, right? Walked to the door to go blow it outside, and instead of just blowing it out the door, I walked to the other side of we're on the 3rd floor, right? And I walked to the edge where the rail was on the balcony walkway outside the front doors of the condos, right?
Joe H.
It was a high rise, not a high rise, but like I said, it was like an apartment type.
Joe H.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Support level.
He's so rude, man. You're like so socially like
1,697.
You have very poor social skills, man.
14,541.19 to 13,878.17.
It's okay, I know where I am in Surrey.
Joe H. Resistance levels 17,726.93 to 17,263.19, 16,444.01.
Thank you, Joe. I love you, brother. I'm going to take all this right now. Thank you so much. I'm going to copy and paste it right now. So, anyhow, I go to the railing. I told you I wouldn't forget, right? And I start exhaling my bong hit, and I got my hands on the rail, and I'm looking down, I'm blowing the smoke out, and there's a guy, I'll never forget this, man. It's the craziest story. It's just really stupid. There's a guy walking 2 basset hounds, right? And he's in the parking lot, and I can see him. He's within my periffs, right? And I see him, and he doesn't see me, right? And he's walking his dogs, and he's over there, right, to where I am. I can see where he is. I have my hands on the railing, and I green out, okay? And at that moment, I know exactly what happened. My knees went in between the railing, right? My hands stayed up on the rail, right? And I passed out, and my head went backwards, right? And I laid back and bumped my head again on the fucking cement. There was nothing there, just straight cement, concrete of the 3rd floor walkway outside this condo, right? Bump my head on it, open my eyes, and look back down to see that the guy this is the funniest part. The guy with the 2 dogs was now over here. So what that meant, this is the only way this could happen, because he was nonchalantly walking the dogs, right? What this has to mean is that my hands were on the railing, and I passed out, and I slowly, just like a fucking, passed out, man, right? My body held onto the rail for as long as it could, and the fingers just released, and I just slowly melted down. Hit my head and immediately woke up and looked, and that's how long it took me to slowly fucking get down to that point. That guy had walked like 20 fucking feet. It wasn't a short distance, and I realized I'd fucking passed the fuck out, bro. And they're like, where were you, bro? I was like, you're not gonna believe what just happened to me. I'm like, I just passed out, man. They had no idea. The doors automatically close. They had like a spring-loaded doors, you know. So when I walked out, the door closed behind me. So,
Matthew
nobody
Fisher.
saw it.
That could have ended so badly.
Oh, I know, dude. There's many things that have happened to me throughout my life that could have ended much worse. I'm a very lucky individual. I mean, as far as luck goes, you ask my mother. It starts that when I was 1.5 or 2 or something like that, I was riding a little tricycle, old enough to ride a little tricycle. And I was riding it alongside of the pool, the swimming pool, and I fell into the swimming pool. My dog, I had a German Shepherd that was running with me, and I fell into the swimming pool and
Matthew Fisher.
hit my head on a 2x4
Imagine what was going on in that guy's mind.
that was floating in the pool and got knocked out, sunk into the pool. The guy that worked for us, his name was Cliff, heard the dog barking, went and looked over and saw me underwater and pulled me out, gave me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. They called 911, right? I don't know how old I was. What did I say? I was 1 or 2? I must have been. I was old enough to ride a fucking tricycle. How old do you have to be to ride a tricycle? My mom will know how old I was. She'll know exactly how old I was. But I don't know where she's at. I know. But, yeah, so I ended up in the hospital from that one, you know, and I was drowned. So I didn't know how to swim or anything, you know. It was like amazing that this guy saw me in the pool, the dog barking and shit. They're hammering away. They're putting up fucking shingles. We had a shingled wall, right? So, you know, wood shingles outside on like you'd see on a barn or something. My father had wood shingles installed on the wall inside our screened-in porch area. It was beautiful. You know, I guess it was inspired by his barn. I don't know. I'll have to ask my mom why we had shingles, because fucking roaches lived under those shingles out there. You would go out there at night and you'd see fucking roaches running out from underneath the shingles and shit. I used to hate that shit. But it was still beautiful, and in the daytime you wouldn't see any roaches. But I knew they were under there. I knew they were under those shingles, hiding, waiting for the nighttime. Fucking roaches and palmetto bugs. Both of them.
Disgusting.
Like a horror movie. Like a fucking horror movie. Dude, Mark sent me a photo of ladybugs hatching just a few doors down from where my house is in California. Like a fucking horror movie, dude. Look at this. This is ladybugs hatching. And bro, that's just, I guarantee you, if he had backed up, you'd see a swarm. And then what's amazing is you got clouds of red that you can just walk through or drive through, you know, and they're just everywhere. And it's the air is red with ladybugs. There's millions of them. And yeah, it happens right down the street from my house several times a year. So what is today? It's November, mid-November. It's happening in mid-November, so just remember that. I know all the spots, man, where they come from. So Mark has been feeding some wildlife at my house out there in Northern California, and he sent me photographs of the wildlife he's been feeding out there. And I warned him about that shit, but Mark's gonna mark. Everybody knows that, right? So he's been taking pictures of the moon and shit, and of Neptune. He said he's got. Now this is for real. There was something up in a tree. This is a pretty fucking cool picture, bro. It was staring down at him. Look at the eyes glowing, bro. It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
The freaking Oracle show.
Freaking Oracle. Freaking Oracle. Freaking Oracle. Freaking Oracle. Two eyes up in that tree. So here, look at this. Got a big old fat fucking possum because he's feeding him all kinds of fucking food. Who knows what kind of food
Big
he's
Mac
feeding that thing.
83.
Look how fat that thing is.
A possum.
Look at this. We're eating on the it looks like it's eating the
Nathan
the
Kings.
mullen. Right next
What
to
is
the,
it, do you know?
drinking water out of the creek there. I mean, not the creek. I say creek, out of the pond. What is it, do you
The freaking
know?
Oracle show. Opossums are awesome.
Skunk Master Steve. Skunk Master Sam, son.
Nathan Kings.
Yeah,
That was in tree.
right there at the creek. And now, check this one out. It's sideways. So let me see if I can yeah, it's gonna keep doing that shit on me. I can't edit it. Oh, okay. I see what this is. I think. Wait. Oh, fuck. No, I don't know what the fuck that is, bro. Oh, I see exactly what it is. Okay, go, go, go. All right, so this is sideways. Okay, we show it to you sideways, but that right there is a raccoon, and that you see the bands around its tail at the bottom of the picture, so you know it's a raccoon. You know, those bands are unmistakable. So that's a raccoon. And then check this shit out. This thing, he's been feeding this motherfucker by hand. Look at this. Fucking gray fox, bro. That's my front yard.
Damn.
That's my fucking front yard, dude. He's got a gray fox in my front yard. Feeding it. It comes up to me, he says, I'll be in the jacuzzi, bro, and that fox will come right up to me while I'm laying in the jacuzzi. That's a picture he took from the jacuzzi. You can see the wall. That's the jacuzzi wall right there. He took it from the jacuzzi while he's
The
sitting in it.
freaking Oracle show.
There's the fox right up there.
Getting an advent calendar with 24 different cannabis strain joints.
Look at that fox's face, man. It's just chilling with him up there. It's just hanging out, looking down on him.
That's awesome.
Here. It's amazing. I gotta show that to my mom. I gotta show this to my mom. Hold on one second. Because that's my fucking jacuzzi, you know? Mom.
Yes, honey.
Yeah, look at this picture Mark took of the fox standing over the jacuzzi. Yeah. Of them putting the rocks are up on the truck. I'm so scared I'm going to lose my top and my doors. Not my doors, but my top and my windows. I'm like, dude, I hope I don't lose my top and my windows, man. I hope those things are secured down. I don't know if they can handle these sustained 70, because if he's doing 70, he might just decide to do faster, bro. Sometimes a trucker will just, get
The freaking
bored.
Oracle show. Massive feedback.
Massive feedback. Massive feedback. Hey, dude, we got above 100 finally, guys. And we're staying above 100.
The freaking Oracle show. It's gone.
It's gone. The feedback the Oracle heard, it's no more. It's gone. What was I going to say right here? I was going to say new Bollinger Bands. That's right. Support levels and resistance levels. Okay, we're at 16,136. He says 16. Okay. 16. We got to get above 16,444, guys. Per Joe H. That's where we're going. If we can get above 16,444, we're heading up. But if we drop underneath 15,161, which is $1,000 away from this, if we drop $1,000, then we really start dropping, and we could drop all the way down to 13,878. So we got $1,000 cushion below, and we've only got to go up $300 right now. If we can just go up
The freaking Oracle
$300,
show.
we can keep going up.
Last time I used Bollinger Bands, I bent my Wookie.
Bollinger Bands bent my Wookie. Bollinger Bands. I bent my Wookie and it sucked. Bent my Wookie. Oh boy, it sucked. Don't want to do that thing again. You guys like my music? Dude, I'm looking at this picture that Mark took of the rocks are up there. Damn, son. Oh boy. I'm just gonna have to wait to find out. Or maybe they'll call me and be like, hey man, your shit ripped off. Your shit ripped off, it's raining, and all your dog food's getting wet, and your drill's rusting, by the way. Oh.
The freaking Oracle show.
Freaking Oracle show.
I'm looking into FIFA 8 trillionaire token.
FIFA 8 trillionaire token. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. You can make money off that. But understand this, man. Anything that says 8, bro, it's racist. And they really need to stop doing that shit. And someday, you're going to realize that you were on the wrong side of that. Those are all racist and Nazi tropes. And you really should steer clear of that shit. I know the lure of money, it's enticing, bro. But, that's how they get you. If you're willing to sacrifice your values, But, ape is a racist trope. It's been used for a very long time to refer to African Americans. The Bored Ape Yacht
The freaking
Club
Oracle show.
is based
How
on
is it racist?
Racist imagery. Now is the time. Now is the best time. Now's the best time to check this out, son. Nobody's even doing that anymore, palsy.
The freaking Oracle show. It's pictures of apes.
The ape. No, it's not just pictures of apes, Oracle.
Watch the fucking documentary of the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Hey, brother, can you give me the link to that in Discord? We'll watch it right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Matthew Fisher.
Oh, I'm in game right now.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm looking it up.
In the Bored Ape documentary on hold on. So, shouldn't be hard to find if you just type in the title on YouTube. I'm in the middle of a fucking game, man. The token's running.
History and future, no. A conspiracy, cultural disease. It's 19 minutes long. I think I found it, bro.
No, it's longer than that.
It's longer than that. Hour 40.
It's the one I don't know where the original is, but the one with Asmund Gold, who's look at it, is hold on. Fuck, my tokens are running, man.
Bro, it'll be in my history. I bet my view history. I could just.
It should be.
Yeah, let me go history.
This link, I have a link here, but that's the link I sent you earlier. But that's another dude who's watching it. But I really don't have time right now because I have 2 tokens running right now. Hold on.
XQC React.
If you fucking asked me 5 minutes ago, I could have spent all the time on it.
I got the one where this dude reacts.
The video I sent you last time.
I got the one where this dude reacts to it.
Yeah, from there, you should be able to find the original.
Hippie chick. Top of the hour. Matthew Fisher.
I actually don't know how long the original is, to be honest. It might just be 20 minutes.
Well, he covered...
No, hold on. I know where the original is. Hold on. When I think about it.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, it would be in... I bet you it would be in Discord. Because you sent it to me in Discord, right?
I already sent one link in Discord. Yeah.
Is that the one right there?
The link I sent you, yeah.
That's it. Okay.
It's all the time. Or what if they're using the guide?
Hold on, I think I have the original right here. I have the original right here, I think. Okay. I really don't have time to fucking sit and check 100 videos right now, but I think that is the original. Tell me if it's not. I'm back again.
It seems like the one, bro.
Fucked up to people who don't even understand them, and like
it looks like the one. We're good.
Roger.
And to me, that's really what's fucked up, and it's more fun. It's actually more, to me, that's the crime here. The crime isn't that they're Nazis and they're racist, which they might be, and I'm sure they are accelerationists who are people who are just basically nihilists who don't give a fuck and want to see the world burn. And like, to me, that's probably
Is that one?
Yeah.
Anything, because you really are anti-human and you're selfish.
What if I told you that one of the most successful NFT collections in the world was pulling off the biggest troll in internet history? No, not convincing people that this ugly shit is art or that it has any value. What if I told you that hidden within Bored Ape Yacht Club was a series of 4chan trolling, racist imagery, and white supremacy dog whistles? And with a deep understanding of cipher and cryptography, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are making a mockery of the entire world.
Okay, so let's just stop right there. And do a bong rip, and let's just ask freaking Oracle if he was able to just track that little bit of information. How'd you do on that, buddy? Because what this guy just did was he gave you a summary of everything he's going to go into in depth. He's going to give you evidence, right? And a lot of video evidence. And he's going to give you quotes from the people who made it and where they got their ideas from, who the people were, who they were hanging out with, and where this kind of imagery festers on the internet. These guys were there. You understand, there is a dark underbelly that you might very well be familiar with, bro. But if you are, man, this sort of thing might look familiar to you. But the fact that you're denying that you don't, I'm not saying you're denying it. The fact that you're asking me how it's racist kind of shows me that And you said pictures of apes after I told you that apes were a racist trope for years to portray African Americans. Understand that. So,
And I don't think a lot of people know about the Bored Ape Yacht Club, how fucked up it really is.
and this woman right here, how fucked up she is, bro. When you when you hear from her, bro, you're gonna be shocked, bro. But I want you to listen to that all over again, okay? Because I got the volume up now. And we'll do a bong rip while we listen to it. Cheers.
It's unethical, the practice of having inside jokes that are so fucked up to people who don't even understand them, and basically making fun of people to their face, right? To me, that's really what's fucked up, and it's more fun. It's actually more, to me, that's the crime here. The crime isn't that they're Nazis and they're racist, which they might be, and I'm sure they are accelerationists who are people who are just basically nihilists who don't give a fuck and want to see the world burn. And to me, that's probably a worse thing than being anything, because you really are anti-human and you're selfish.
What if I told you that one of the most successful NFT collections in the world was pulling off the biggest troll in internet history? No, not convincing people that this ugly shit is art or that it has any value. What if I told you that hidden within Bored Ape Yacht Club is a series of 4chan trolling, racist imagery, and white supremacy dog whistles? And with a deep understanding of cipher and cryptography, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are making a mockery of the entire world, pulling the strings of the global elite, including celebrities, athletes, actors, and influencers. This story is extremely complicated for many reasons. The problem with accepting the truth I'm about to tell you is that you have to have extensive knowledge of 4chan, internet culture, and symbolism to even wrap your head around this and understand the motive. The important fact I'm about to tell you that you must remind yourself as we go along is that the entirety of Bored Ape Yacht Club is esoteric. By design, it is only meant to be understood by a select number of people with specialized knowledge. And as you can see here, it is considered based when others with that knowledge connect the dots. Almost all of the absurdist references present in Bored Ape Yacht Club are glaringly obvious to the in-crowd and are invisible to anyone who isn't terminally online. I might as well be speaking a different language if I don't prime you on every aspect of this elaborate cipher. Combine this with Bored Ape Yacht Club being valued at over $1 billion, and you have yourself the gold medalists of the Troll Olympics. I had my doubts about all of this. That was until I spoke with one of the top creative directors and internet artists in the world, who is an expert of internet culture, 4chan, and trolling. An artist who has worked with Kanye West, Grimes, and Tame Impala, among other creative projects that you've definitely seen. January 2022, a website goes live called GordonGoner.com. Signed at the very bottom was the signature of Ryder Rips. Ryder Rips is eccentric and is a trendsetter in every regard. He created the Deal With It meme, Dump FM, Internet Archaeology, and V-Files. When it comes to the internet, Ryder Rips is one of the most innovative artists of our generation. It's no secret that he uses internet culture and the nature of trolling to amplify his artistic messages. If there's anyone to educate others on iconography and the meaning behind art, it's Ryder Rips. And if I happen to be the founders of an NFT project manipulating the masses into asserting value on racist imagery, I would not fuck with him. For the past 6 months, Ryder Rips and other researchers have collected all of the data and sources that highlight Bored Ape Yacht Club's successful but depraved continued stunt. And I say continued because they still operate unchecked. 4chan is the gutter of the internet. Founded in 2003 by 15-year-old Christopher Moot Poole, this message board serves as a place where internet culture is born, discussed, and destroyed. Users on 4chan typically post as anonymous or anon. As they argue, the identity of a user adds nothing to conversations at hand. But the collective anonymous culture of the message board has devolved into a degenerate pit of despair. Along with anonymous identities, there is virtually no moderation. As a result of this, threads on 4chan spiral into some of the weirdest and most disturbing rabbit holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder Rips described to me, trolling is a sport on 4chan. This point alone is necessary in understanding the motive behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. Throughout the internet's history, 4chan has been responsible for trolling mainstream media endlessly. One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking the OK hand symbol signified white power. The media ran with it, and as a result, actual white supremacists adopted it as their own. An internet joke that illuminated a problem with mainstream media, their willingness to post anything, was taken literally, and the meaning of the joke changed forever. Another example of this is comedian Sam Hyde being the ghost of Kiev. Lastly, let's talk about the benefit of the doubt. Imagine all of what I'm about to tell you is one giant coincidence. Somewhere along the grocery list of examples of Bored Ape Yacht Club being one massive alt-right inside joke is a point at which these similarities are no longer coincidences. Let's call this the tipping point. If I bring up one instance that highlights deliberate Nazi, fascist, or alt-right messaging, you may think to yourself, I see it, but that's a reach. So I ask you, what is your number? At what point do all of these examples become crystal clear in front of your eyes? For me, it was just one. First, let's talk about the apes as a whole. You don't have to look far on social media to see that many people believe the apes in Bored Ape Yacht Club are inherently racist looking. Remember, they could have picked any animal, object, or thing to make an NFT project. Monkeys? Really? It seems a bit random, but we're dealing with deliberate messaging. This is not a mistake. This is Damon Dash, the founder of Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z.
And then, I don't know if that monkey thing is like, because what's the biggest NFT? Don't you think that's a little condescending to our culture a little bit?
We were just talking about that.
I feel like, is that a way a nerd is trying to get cute and laugh at us?
We were just talking about that.
Because either way, you should tread lightly with monkey as it relates to our culture, because it's a trigger for us. Mm-hmm. And they keep doing it. So first I wasn't like, and then I was like, why is everything a gorilla or an ape or a monkey? Why ain't it a penguin or like a panda bear or something? Why is it something that's been used to, disrespect us for years? So I don't know, And when language is difficult for creators, that leaves a lot of room for exploitation. So that means a lot of people that can understand may take advantage of those creators that don't want to understand.
Do you guys realize, for the last 2 years, they got black people to invest in monkeys and dogs while making fun of us and taking our money from us? But Doge was going to the moon. When y'all get done, go look at Bored Ape Yacht Club and go see the imagery of how it's connected to Nazism. It's damn near the same imagery, but they know we won't study long enough to say, and now look how many billions of dollars they made off of us and our culture, and then the music industry gonna come in with more NFTs and continue to rob us. All we need is us.
The reason people have made this conclusion is because of something called simianization. This refers to comparing ethnic groups to an ape or monkey. Simianization has been used throughout history to put others down in order to dehumanize them. You will see exactly how Bored Ape Yacht Club uses simianization to convey racist themes and undertones. But first, we must understand the culture in which these apes were born. In 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club was launched on April 30th. Which is the exact day that Hitler died. The launch of Bored Ape Yacht Club was actually on the 23rd, with a week-long pre-sale, and they sold out before the 30th. However, they made it a point to tell the New Yorker that it was the 30th. I have shown this picture to various artists. This is Bored Ape Yacht Club's main logo that they use across all of their branding and social media accounts. Not too bad, right? How about now? Most of them laugh uncomfortably in sheer disbelief. The audacity to do this is mind-blowing. It does not take a genius to see that this Bored Ape Yacht Club logo is a direct copy of the Totenkopf. The skull and bones represents death and was used by both Prussia and Nazi Germany as a military emblem representing death heads. I only mention Prussia because that will play out later when we examine some of the Bored Apes. Both logos also have 18 teeth. If you're unfamiliar, the alt-right white supremacists and neo-Nazis love alphanumeric code. The number 18 is a symbol of hate. More specifically, it's alphanumeric code for the initials of Adolf Hitler, 1 being A, 8 being H. One thing to note is that both logos also have a rough edge, which is uncommon in circular emblems. It's just another characteristic that demonstrates they knew what they were copying. Bored Ape Yacht Club was created by a company called Yuga Labs. Like everything in this project, the name has meaning. A little bit about us to start off the new year and what's coming. What's the inspiration behind the name Yuga Labs? We're nerds, and Yuga is the name of a villain in Zelda whose ability is that he can turn himself and others into 2D art. It made sense for an NFT company. When I heard this, I was confused. I've played just about every Legend of Zelda game, and I could not remember for the life of me who Yuga was. You see, Yuga is a boss in The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, the 17th installment of the Zelda franchise, available only on the Nintendo 3DS. If you're a self-proclaimed nerd or gamer, you wouldn't source your name from the most obscure Zelda game ever, let alone a game for the 3DS. Everyone knows that Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and even Breath of the Wild are the greatest games in the franchise. I could believe Ganon Labs, after the main antagonist throughout the entire series, Ganondorf, but Yuga? I'm not buying it. There is a specific reason they pick the name Yuga. On Yuga Labs' website, they pay homage to another project called the Hash Masks. This project was made by a Swiss company known as Suum Cuique Labs. This phrase, meaning to each their own, was on the gate of the Buchenwald concentration camp. This phrase was also used on the face of Prussian helmets, and Yuga Labs loved Suum Cuique so much that they even took their exact terms of service. Yuga has an entirely different meaning. The phrase Kali Yuga stems from Hinduism, and it refers to an age of conflict or darkness.
What is the period we're in now? Because it seems like it's coming to an end. This is Kali Yuga, man. This is some weird shit that was predicted by the Bhagavad Gita. This is Tutor Dalarong, Battle of the Gods, Ragnarok.
I'm just gonna cut you off here. Whatever you're saying, Joe, it doesn't matter, because what I have to say is absolutely more important than what you're gonna say right now. It doesn't really matter. So just settle down, Joe.
What's that?
I remember when I saw that documentary the first time, I didn't believe in it. You know, I thought it was people were too fucking offended.
Conspiracy theory 100.
But as soon as that fucking symbol popped up, we just talked about, and the 18 thieves and shit, there's just too many fucking similarities to that shit can fucking be a coincidence, you know?
Right.
And then the documentary just keeps going on and on and on, you know? There is no fucking doubt.
Right. So we're watching the documentary. Remember I showed you about the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Nazi symbolism and the way they mocked African Americans by using an ape and all the imagery and how it all ties in. It was deliberate, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is Alex Jones talking right here to Joe Rogan, and they're discussing some of that imagery right here. So this voice right here
refers to an age of conflict or darkness.
What is the period we're in now? Because it seems like it's coming.
What is the period we're in now? You see, that's here, Alex Jones right there. This is how he talks. So this is why I talk like that.
Don't talk.
I was talking like Alex Jones, you see.
Don't talk like that.
He's very obnoxious and loud,
Ben?
and he will only snort half a line of super male vitality because it is so ultra potent.
Honey, I don't know what to do about dinner for you.
I'm good.
I'm just going to give Dad, I'm not going to
Don't worry about me, Ma. I got that burger. I can eat that.
All right, honey.
This here's a story about Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Two young lovers with nothing better to do. Sit around the house, get high and watch the tube. Cyber, you want to do a bong rip?
Yeah.
Here's what.
Find a corner real quick.
Corner.
Okay.
You're packed. Okay, no law regarding cannabis. Everybody in the chat, thank you for watching. We're going to get back to this.
This is Kali Yuga, man. This is some weird shit that was predicted by the Bhagavad Gita. This is Tutor Dalarong, Battle of the Gods, Ragnarok. Tell me. This is what happens in cultures. Like, they go through these, like,
these pitches, these ups and downs.
The earliest mention of this phrase in internet culture was on September 11th, 2014, by an anonymous user on 4chan, in response to people being upset over Gamergate. Anon replied, "I know it is dark at times, but you just gotta learn to enjoy it, man. Embrace being the bad guy. Surf the Kali Yuga." Since then, the phrase spread like wildfire among the alt-right. First, it was made into a t-shirt by Vincent Vauquelin, who founded the French Dissent, an alt-right political party that operated from 2011 to 2021. Apparently, alt-right meme merch went hard, and the new design of the shirt in 2016 featured a toting cough. And in 2019, a Telegram group called Kali Yuga Surfing Club was created. See anything weird here? The Kali Yuga is one of the cornerstones of traditionalist ideology that was preached by René Guénon, a French occultist and philosopher who is credited for introducing the Kali Yuga to the West. During his life, Guénon moved to Egypt, became Muslim, and preached traditionalism, which consisted of extreme anti-Semitism and an admiration for ancient societies, which included hierarchies of class and gender. Guénon and Italian-born Nazi sympathizer Julius Evola are both revered and memed on 4chan. You'll find threads in the literature and political boards placing these two on a pedestal and recommending their works for a sense of woke pseudo-intellectualism. Often messages will be left with PBUH, which means peace be upon him, a common Arabic phrase. You see, surfing the Kali Yuga manifested itself on Pol. It became a repeated phrase and dog whistle among users. In fact, embracing the darkness, or surfing the Kali Yuga, is a phrase that the alt-right has adopted in order to communicate a sense
Internet
of
culture. Isn't the internet a tool?
Internet culture, isn't the internet a tool? I don't understand what you mean by that, brother. I'm so glad you're watching this, man. I'm so glad you're watching this, because when Cyber told me this, remember my initial reaction, Cyber, when you told me about it?
Yeah, I know you would have that reaction because I had that reaction.
Right.
You know, and I know you was into crypto and NFTs, you know.
Right.
So.
And Cyber's like, just watch this. And I was like, you know,
I
and I still was like,
I was just, this is offended people who cannot fucking take a joke. But it's far from that, man. It's far from that.
These guys put way too much thought into all of this shit. And this is just one thing right here. Keep watching.
Collective. This might melt your brain, but stay with me. It's impossible to show the masses exactly what the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are doing without understanding Chan culture, or how 4chan acts as a think tank and hive mind. One of the worst aspects of Chan culture is pseudo-intellectualism. What you have is a bunch of trolls who haven't seen the light of day, that have collectively convinced themselves they are based, woke, and have the answers to this world. They find solace in knowing specific information compared to normal people, or normies. This is why it's considered esoteric. As a result of this, you have pockets of deranged people who study old texts, scriptures, and societies in order to extract archaic values and worship them. The founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are terminally online, smart assholes. I hate to admit it. The founders are documentary.
This was GordonGoner.com. This is the result of hundreds of hours of research, investigative journalism, and insight from experts in the field of art and internet culture. This investigation started 6 months ago when I was first made aware of GordonGoner.com. Oh, wait, my bad. Join me on Twitter. Okay, links. Okay, Third Eye of Truth, Phil on Live, Phil on fit@gmail.com. I'm sorry, man. That's all I have right here.
Clever. And I mean really fucking clever. The four founders are Gordon Goner, Emperor Tomato Ketchup,
that's Gordon Goner,
Gargamel, and No Sass. You may be wondering, why do they all have obscure Xbox Live gamer tags? Well, if you think this is innocent, you're not ready for this. Number 1, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Karim Adelaide. software engineer. On the surface, Emperor Tomato Ketchup sounds like a Fortnite skin. In reality, Emperor Tomato Ketchup is the name of a 1971 film that is banned across the world for containing child pornography. It's about children overthrowing adults and establishing their own supremacy, in which a young boy in a fascist uniform sexually Tomato himself would say he got the name from a Stereolab album,
on YouTube,
which got its name from the film. Another example of plausible deniability. Number 2,
It was bad,
Gargamel. Greg Solano, MFA in writing. If anyone is familiar with the Smurfs, then the name Gargamel might ring a bell. Gargamel is the antagonist who turns sentient beings into money. He is widely known as an anti-Semitic depiction of a Jewish stereotype. And as Ryder Rips pointed out, 4chan also uses the term Gargamel to describe Jewish people. A reoccurring theme that you'll notice is that this entire umbrella of Bored Ape Yacht Club trolling stems from 4chan behavior, which is based on inserting enough absurdity to create plausible deniability. Gargamel is smart, but he's a little sloppy. According to his Reddit post history, he posted a 4chan crypto meme before Bored Ape Yacht Club was even live yet, confirming that he's at least aware of the culture or uses 4chan. Greg Solano, or Gargamel, was a literature major in college and wrote his thesis paper on 2666, which is a book that takes place in Nazi Germany with a main character named after Nazi SS doctor Hans Reiter. He even expressed on his now defunct blog that he wanted to write a fiction novel that blends real history with imaginative events, which is similar to Roberto Bolaño's 2666. This could be a stretch, but I'm reminded here of your writing backgrounds. Do you think there's any parallel between your big conceptual breakthrough to design NFTs for what interests you, not some target demo, and the idea that in writing, sometimes the best stuff comes from channeling what you really want to see, not what some theoretical reader wants? Gargamel says, ever since the Bored Ape Yacht Club, we've seen like 1,000 different avatar collections come up, and a lot of them are really cool. But what we think was special, and what people could kind of read on top of ours, is that we didn't just throw 3D glasses onto apes, and we didn't have a long essay on exactly what this was, but we knew what it was. It's like Wittgenstein's let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably, or Hemingway's iceberg theory. We knew what this world was and why the apes are this way, and that somebody else might get a little tingle on their neck looking at it, thinking, yeah, this is kind of different. This isn't just random. In this interview, Gargamel literally just confirmed that Bored Ape Yacht Club is his medium for creative writing. First, the quote is cryptic, but it makes a lot of sense given the context of this project. Let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably. Dog whistles, hidden meanings, fiction writing. Nah, man, they're just apes with 3D glasses. You don't understand crypto. In this statement, Gargamel quotes Ludwig Wittgenstein, an Austrian Jewish philosopher believed to have been the boy who went to school with Adolf Hitler from 1903 to 1904.
What's up, my brother Billy Ballantyne in the house? We're watching a documentary on the racism behind Bored Ape Yacht Club and the people who put it together, and the basically the word I'm looking for. It's just like, what is the word I'm looking for where people are like conspiring? We're conspiring together to do evil. What's the word I'm looking when people are conspiring together to do evil? What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but they're doing that. And the amount of effort and thought that they put into it to do it. Just wait. It gets there's a rabbit hole on this motherfucker that we're gonna go down.
Billy Ballantyne.
Perspiring.
Close.
According to writer Kimberly Cornish in The Jew of Linz, she alleges that Hitler alludes to a Jewish boy who is believed to be Wittgenstein in Mein Kampf. Wittgenstein's entire body of work consists of cipher, cryptology, and solving puzzles, similar to how Bored Ape Yacht Club is one massive puzzle designed to be cracked for the sole purpose of stroking their twisted fanfiction writing boner. Second, he states Hemingway's iceberg theory, which describes exactly what they're doing. Iceberg theory itself is also a 4chan meme. Greg Solano also has written a book titled The Cinematic Art of World of Warcraft. To say he isn't a sucker for fantasy would be a flat-out lie. We know that Gargamel is a creative fantasy writer. We know that he wrote his thesis paper on a Nazi story. And we know that he wanted to create something similar, blending real and fake events. He literally quoted Ludwig Wittgenstein and iceberg theory, confirmed that there is hidden meaning, and that everything is delivered in Bored Ape Yacht Club. Prior to Bored Ape Yacht Club, Greg Solano even stated he wanted to create a Lovecraftian-themed NFT project. And if you know anything about Lovecraft, he was a notorious white supremacist, often weaving his prejudices as the basis for his stories. The frustration that Ryder Rips and others have felt, myself included, with the public's perception of this criticism is immense. You can't begin to educate people on this when they're too ignorant to realize that they're being played. Bored Ape Yacht Club, in a way, is a social experiment in making fun of people who are easily influenced. Crypto bros and everyone who sucks off technocrats included. It is a commentary on the number going up forever, or the wag me crowd, which lives by the slogan, we're all going to make it. This is a very real sentiment shared by thousands of people on the internet, which the founders of this project have profited off of immensely. All it took was celebrity worship, proper funding, fueled by a dystopian political agenda to get fascist propaganda on the world stage. Let me be clear, I'm not saying buzzwords just to say them. This is what's happening. 3. Gordon Goner, or Wiley Arano, also a creative writer. The third founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by Gordon Goner, the same name Ryder used for the website, piecing this all together. This was done for SEO purposes, so that when you type in Gordon Goner on Google, Ryder's website pops up first. In an interview with Wiley from 2014, he stated, "The only book that I don't like is Mein Kampf, but I haven't read it." When asked innocently about books, he resorted to making Hitler jokes. Yeah, there's probably nothing to see here, right? This is just more proof that Wiley's attempt at edgy humor dates back to 2014. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Gordon Goner stated he chose the name because it sounded like Joey Ramone, lead singer of the Ramones. It should be known that Bored Ape Yacht Club's connection to the Rolling Stone is not random. It's through Neil Strauss, author of The Game, who is apparently writing about the subculture of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Gordon Goner is a full-phrase anagram for Drongo Negro. Drongo is Australian slang for stupid, and Negro means black. Drongo is also tossed around on 4chan and Reddit. It's not simply a random word. It is also conveniently a species of black bird. Another example of a hyper-specific double-meaning term or phrase in Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's not much else known about Wiley Arano, aka Gordon Goner, besides loose leads that allege he's a crypto-fascist. And his dad is literally Don Arano, portrayed by John Travolta in Speed Kills. Both Gargamel and Gordon Goner are writers and creatives, according to the CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz.
Can you take me back to the origin story of Bored Ape Yacht Club? It was almost exactly a year ago. Garga, who's one of the founders, texted Gordon with, "Hey, let's make an NFT." So Garga and Gordon were both really into crypto. They were really active in the community, but they are writers. That's actually their background. They are storytellers, they're creatives. And so like crypto was this thing that like they were fascinated by and they like loved, but they were never able to actively participate in.
Right. There's a barrier to entry.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Because it was technical.
Yeah.
And they're not technical. They're writers, they're creatives, they're storytellers. Like that's what they do.
So it's entirely critical that you understand the context of anything. So the issue with Bored Ape Yacht Club is that they're not providing any context. The context that they provided is that literally it's meaningless. They said that these are just apes in a swamp who like drawing penises on a penis roll. That's the official story of Bored Ape Yacht Club from the mouth of Nicole, the CEO. Like, that's it. Like, end. Done.
There's nothing else.
They called me with like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, and like, you know, just explaining the idea. And I kind of giggled and was like, oh yeah, I mean, but people are just gonna draw penises. And that was it. Like, I was just like, I didn't think anything of it. We hung up, but like the stupid thing that I said that I never would have thought about transformed into, well, what if they do draw penises?
Yeah.
And where do people draw penises? And, you know, it turned into, well, it's a bathroom.
Right.
You know, it's a toilet stall. And it's a dive bar. But it's not a dive bar. It's a yacht club that's a dive bar. But it's in a swamp. And it's going to be this like future vision of Miami. And, you know, it's all of these like bored apes. And they just created this like story and this world.
Let's play a game of I Spy. The cover of this Rolling Stone art is a direct reference to Hieronymus Bosch, who painted pictures like these in order to hide things in them. Spot the racist dog whistle.
Oh, shit.
Ape hands are a racist dog whistle, alluding to the practice of Belgian King Leopold II cutting off Congolese hands for punishment in not working hard enough to produce rubber. The Congolese then started cutting off fellow African hands as it became a currency valuable to the Belgians in itself. Never underestimate the ability for Bored Ape Yacht Club founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See anything interesting? What's up with these?
Wait. Right here. So, I mean, if you look on his ear, it's pretty obvious right here. There's that German skull is right here.
Yeah.
I mean, but he starts talking about severed hands, and I'm like wondering, is there something in there pertaining to a severed hand? Oh, wait. Yeah, oh my God, there is. Holy shit, right here, man.
Hands up, right out. Let's see.
Wow, dude. And it is obviously dark skinned, man.
Yep.
That's crazy. So let's go from there again. Oh, there's an arrow. I didn't see the arrow before.
Ape hands are a racist dog whistle, alluding to the practice of Belgian King Leopold II cutting off Congolese hands for punishment in not working hard enough to produce rubber. The Congolese then started cutting off fellow African hands as it became a currency valuable to the Belgians in itself. Never underestimate the ability for Bored Ape Yacht Club founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See anything interesting? What's up with these bananas? Why is the bushel of bananas conveniently shaped like a swastika? 4. SAS, Zayshawn Ali, software engineer. The fourth founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by SAS, and going off the theme of hidden meanings throughout their entire project, this is also deliberate. SA is the abbreviation for Sturmteilung, and SS for the Schutzstaffel. SAS, or SASS, is the combination of the two primary Nazi military divisions. There are two possibilities that explain the behavior of the founders. Number one is easy. They are neo-Nazis. Number two is a bit more complex, and Ryder believes we need new terms to describe what's happening. In other words, this is an internet troll's wet dream. Post-ironic racism on the world stage. This means that this is a meme, but it doesn't look like one because there's nothing to indicate otherwise. This can also be described as Poe's law. It's impossible to know if someone everyone is joking unless they add an LOL at the end of a message to indicate how it's supposed to be perceived. In other words, Bored Ape Yacht Club founders are layering on the irony of troll behavior to the point where it's just doomed. The best way I can describe it is beating a dead horse until the horse comes alive again and then dies again from the irony. February 4th, 2022, Katie Natopoulos, a writer at BuzzFeed, wrote an article covering the identities of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club. And where exactly do you think she got her information from? Ryder Rips. However, she stated, Solano and Arano don't appear to have any particular red flags, which, as we know, is a flat-out lie. Pressured by Guy Osseri, Kate Natopoulos ran a softball story in an effort to save face. The more degenerative side of 4chan, including white nationalists, enjoy participating in the cult of Kek, a metaphorical fictitious religion that worships Pepe the Frog. Think of it as a tribe on 4chan who considers everyone else not in the know as normies. They wave the Kekistan flag, which is an exact ripoff of Prussia and Nazi Germany's Wehrmacht symbol. Their mission? Troll the liberals at all costs through meme warfare. By having shared symbolism and jokes, it is a way to communicate or dog whistle to other members that they, quote, embrace the principles of chaos and destruction that are central to alt-right thinking. Man. The term Kek originated from World of Warcraft. When a Horde player types LOL to an alliance, LOL is then translated into gibberish spelling out Kek. This is because the two opposing factions in the game can't communicate with each other unless they are on the same faction. It just so happens that Kek is an Egyptian god that looks like a human with a frog head, hence Pepe. And guess what Kek was the god of? Darkness and chaos. Sound familiar? Surfing the Kali Yuga was not the only surfer innuendo that the alt-right adopted as lingo. In fact, they also used the word cowabunga to signify their alt-right beliefs to fellow members of the alt-right. It just so happens that one of Bored Ape's founder's wife had this exact lingo in her bio, which has now been deleted. And in September 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club challenged the internet with a series of puzzles. Whoever cracked the secret codes would receive a Bored Ape Kennel Club NFT, a Bored Ape NFT, a Mutant Serum NFT, and 10 Ethereum. At the time, the value of these prizes added up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. This puzzle would demonstrate just how far the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club are willing to go in order to play out their racist fantasy. This information is taken directly from this user's post on Medium. This whole puzzle started with a single stealthy tweet. Somebody left a strange note at the bar. The image contains a message, "Come find me below," with the ciphertext of ;U8JJ6.
Okay. All right. You guys. This is where the rabbit hole begins. Are you with me, Oracle? Are you still here? Billy, are you still here? Yeah, Billy, you're still here. Yeah, Billy, good. Billy's watching. So, freaking Oracle, are you here? I hope you are, bro.
You should really fucking watch this, man, because it's not a joke, man.
This right here shows you how far they went to explain to their fans basically where they're coming from. And this is, I guess we lost freaking Oracle. It's too bad, because this is where the rabbit hole starts. Watch this shit.
This is a keyboard cipher, where if you look at the keys below each letter on a keyboard, you see that it spells /Jimmy. Entering this after BoredApeYachtClub.com will take you to a new page, and you are able to load a puzzle game. Jimmy the Monkey is back on his bullshit again. In the clubhouse, the game is a 2D screen where you can click on rooms and interact with various objects. Most of the rooms contained a puzzle. The boat room contains a single interactable object in the room, which is a wall of dancing men. If you know a bit about ciphers, it's fairly quick to recognize that this is a Dancing Man cipher. Here? The Dancing Man cipher is from Sherlock Holmes. Decoding the cipher reveals the following message. This isn't a puzzle clue. Suck on a banana, bozo. Love, Jimmy. This seemed to be a troll as it was not used in the final solution. The party room has two interactable objects in it. The first object is a dog collar with the numbers 0010 on it. This is just the ID number for the exact NFT that you would win if you were to crack the puzzle. The second object is a party ABC poster containing song lyrics. The puzzle gives a selection of song lyrics sorted in alphabetical order by word, with one of the words being replaced by the word monkey. Solving this puzzle involves taking each lyric word bank, identifying the song, and figuring out which part of the song the lyrics are referencing. You sort each word in that set of the lyrics in ABC order and figure out what word has been replaced with monkey. This results in the following troll message: "Wasted your time on this one, stupid apes." Entering the pool area presents you with two puzzles, one located on the inflatable duck in the pool and the other on a drink menu located next to the bar. This puzzle presents a list of duck-themed clues and their answer length. Going through and solving all of the clues results in the list below. With this answer set, reading the first letter of each answer gives the phrase "cocktails are shaken," which is a clue for the puzzle located next to the bar. Using the hint from the previous puzzle, we now know that this menu list is an anagram of cocktails. In addition, the text at the bottom of the menu indicates something extra was added to the drinks, hinting to there likely being an extra letter not used in the cocktail anagram. With there being 26 menu items, it seemed highly likely the extra letters or the cocktails used every letter A to Z for ordering when done. It is quickly realized all the cocktails start with a unique letter A to Z that, when put in order and reading the extra letters, gives orange liqueur used in spritz. Final answer, Aperol. Upon entering the kitchen, a sheet can be found lying next to the sink. This puzzle provides instructions on what to do. Begin by identifying the dishes that are clued on the left and filling out the blanks on the right. The extracted letters, highlighted yellow on the sheet, spell the phrase Gibraltar's Barbary, which is referencing a specific monkey that lives on Gibraltar, the Barbary macaque. Final answer, macaque. In the library, you can start by clicking on the bust on the top of the shelf, which contains a puzzle scroll. This puzzle is a Mad Gab style puzzle as hinted by the title, Bus Dan Dush Elf, which, when read aloud, sounds like bust on a shelf. You can make 4 Mad Gab style phrases using one word from each column on the scroll. The output of each Mad Gab is its own clue to a word. This final output is yet again a Mad Gab where ooze 6 ciphers can be read as use 6 ciphers, a hint for the bookshelf puzzle. When you click on the bookshelf next to the fireplace, it shows you an enlarged version of the bookshelf.
I see the hands.
This bookshelf contains many different patterns
A lot of
throughout. As you
hands,
start to group the
severed
patterns
hands.
together, you will discover there are 6 separate puzzles using 6 different ciphers. As hinted in the previous puzzle contained in the shelf items. The monkey hands. There are 6 hands throughout the shelves using American Sign Language to spell weapon. Naval flags. There are 6 international maritime signal flags throughout the shelves that spell Nassau. 5-bit binary. There are 6 groups of books colored orange and green. These books are 5-bit binary, which provides 10010, 00101, 00001, 10011, 01111, 01110. These can be converted to their decimal equivalent of 18, 1, 19, 15, 14, which can then be further converted to letters to read reason. Clocks. There are 6 clocks through the shelves. Each clock face has a different time, with both hands clearly visible. Using the clock hands as a flag semaphore, you can obtain the letters to spell salute. Book titles. There are some books facing forward with the titles clearly visible, and after reading through the titles, you will notice some of the words are from the NATO alphabet. Echo, Mike, Bravo, Romeo, Yankee, Oscar. And when you extract the first letter of each NATO word, it will spell embryo. Morse code. Between each of the bookshelves is a repeating pattern of a lighter color. Each shelf is a separate letter spelled using Morse code. If you decode the Morse for each shelf, it will spell analog. Now that we have all the words extracted, we need to extract the final answer. Looking at the words for a moment, it can be seen that the first letter of each word can spell answer when ordered correctly. Since the first letter spelled answer, we extracted the last letters to see if it provides an answer to the puzzle. The extract is Guanan, which is a breed of old world monkey, and it's the name of Rene Guanan. The game room contained 2 objects you can interact with. The first one is a game called Jimmy the Asshole, which, after some playing, didn't appear to contain a puzzle. The second one is the game room puzzle. The flavor text for the puzzle is, there are lots of games to play here if you can figure out the rules. It also has some pictures of Hangman and Tic-Tac-Toe. These are big hints for what you are looking for and what the solution is going to be. The solution for this puzzle puzzle involved taking each puzzle string and figuring out the puzzle rules that encoded the text. Here is one example. There are a lot of P's, so we want to analyze that first. You start by separating each line by P. We are looking for game-related words, so we can guess the two words here are card and canasta. With these two, we can deduce that the rule for this puzzle is to replace the first letter with P, which can then be reversed from the cipher, which gives the following clue: card worth 50 in canasta. The answer to this clue is Joker. However, we aren't done here just yet. Now we need to apply the same rule we discovered, replace first letter with P, to this answer to get a new answer out related to games. Applying the rule to Joker results in poker, the actual solution to this puzzle line. Here is the rest. Taking the first letter from each solution, you get the following phrase: Drooper's apartment pal. Drooper is a character from the Banana Splits, and his apartment pal is Bingo. Bingo is an ape, so we can confidently determine the answer is Bingo. The attic is one of the more difficult puzzles, and before we dive into it, we first have to talk about the skeleton in the crawl space. The skeleton in the crawl space has a bunch of three-letter phrases and some numbers, with the flavor text of NTH plus EAT. We know that we're trying to combine the phrases to spell words, with the numbers most likely being the length of each word. There's really no approach other than maybe looking up words that start with or words that end with, but the best place to start was realizing that NTH and EAT were clued as being connected and could spell N, the, at. After that, it is mixing and matching until you get something good out. The output you get is Anastasia Steele really loves the hexes used in the attic. This is a reference to Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey, which is referencing that the hex color codes in the attic are gray codes. This is basically a second hint for Bought It, which you can see in the attic section below. The attic starts with an image with some pixels and flavor text about having to feel your way around in the dark. This is a reference for being blind and hinting towards the pixels being braille. The phrase you get out of using colored pixels as braille dots: beginners always unlock dim old tones. If you take the first letter of each word as hinted by the word beginners, you get Bought It, which is a type of cipher. This is the one puzzle you can right-click and export the image, and it just so happens to be SVG. So we can extract the hex color codes accurately for the next step as hinted by the skeleton puzzle. Extracting all of the binary codes out and removing the lead 0, you get the following. Using Bought It encoding on the binary, you get the following. The only interesting thing we get is Calamar, which is another type of cipher. This suggests that our extract is valid, but the rest of it is cipher text. We can then use the string with a Calamar transposition solver, but without a key, it was just a bunch of guessing words as a key. Solvers of this puzzle got stuck here for a while until it was noticed that attempting some auto-solves on the grid, assuming 6 columns instead of 8, resulted in the final 8 letters looking like a scrambled version of Visionaire. Given the first set of data gave us Calamar, and having it almost end with Visionaire now, another type of cipher, was too likely to be a coincidence. Putting some effort in manually with a 6-column assumption, you're able to get the following. Using Calamar key of 412563 or 214563 gives an output that spells Visionaire at the end, giving us the following possible strings. Cutting Visionaire off the end and taking the remaining letters, we try to decrypt the cipher using Visionaire and testing keywords relating to bored apes and the puzzle. Eventually, they landed on the following: Australopithecus. At this point, it's time to solve the final solution. Taking the answer from each puzzles and sorting them in ABC, we get the following words: Aperol, Australopithecus, Bingo, Guanan, Macaque. If we examine the answers, we can extract even more information about what they mean. Aperol is an orange liqueur that only got popular after World War II. This answer is different than all the others, considering it is a drink that is meant to be ingested. Going off that theme, perhaps this is a metaphor for taking the red pill, as it sometimes appears red in color. Aperol also just has the word ape in it. Australopithecus. Of all the different possible answers they could have chosen, they landed on Australopithecus. Here's a little anthropology for you. In 1931, Ludwig Cole Larsen joined the Nazi Party and later undertook an expedition to German East Africa in search for a primitive man. In 1938 to 1939, he discovered Australopithecus afarensis at Laetoli without realizing the importance of his find. Ludwig attempted to prove that all people have a common origin, but that African people remained in the state of primitive man, while the Aryan race had developed. Such scholarship was at odds with most anthropological concerns of the day in Africa. He then later lost his position as professor in the course of the denazification after the war. Cole Larson is not highly regarded amongst contemporary East Africanists. Bingo. Bingo the gorilla is a major yet final antagonist in the 2019 direct-to-video horror comedy film, The Banana Splits Movie. Bingo and his friends are animatronics created by Carl to entertain children as the Banana Splits. However, after the show is cancelled, Bingo and his friends start a killing spree. You want to know something even creepier? Bingo only has 3 lines in the movie.
I wonder how the show's gonna end. Time's almost up. Time's almost up.
Bingo's last and most famous words. The only words Bingo ever says sounds just like accelerationism.
Oh, that's a bingo.
Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo?
You just say bingo. Bingo, how fun.
Guanan has double entendre. He's the father of traditionalism, bringing the Kali Yuga to the West, and Guanan is also a species of monkey. Macaque also has double entendre. Macaque is a racial slur and a type of monkey. By definition, there is a clear distinction of what type of monkey both Guanan and macaques are. They are part of the Old World classification of monkeys. In 2006, a Virginia senator was called out for using this slur. With close ties to Virginia, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club would definitely be aware of this political disaster.
You too have gotten in trouble with words that you've uttered. Let me bring you back to August 11th. You were at a campaign stop and a young man who was videotaping it for the web campaign was there also. Let's watch.
This fella here over here with the yellow shirt, Macaca, or whatever his name is, he's with my opponent. Let's give a welcome to Macaca here. Welcome to America and the real world of Virginia.
And here's the young man, S.R. Siddharth. He's a resident of Virginia, an American citizen, straight A student at Fairfax High School, now goes to the University of Virginia. Critics say that macaca is a racist slur and that you used it because he was dark-skinned. What did you specifically mean when you said, welcome to America and the real Virginia? Why did you use those words toward a dark-skinned American?
Tim, I made a mistake. I said things thoughtlessly. I've apologized for it as well I should. But there was no racial or ethnic intent to slur anyone. If I had any idea
why would you
that word and to some people in some parts of the world was an insult, I would never do it because it's contrary to what I believe.
Well, where did it come from? It must have been
just made up. Just made up words.
My theory is that the primate answers of this puzzle are a direct reference to the founders of the project, and Aperol could be seen as the red pill. The Boogaloo Boys were born on the weapon board of 4chan known as K. Think of them as paramilitary incels, or Chan LARPers. They can be classified by their Hawaiian shirts and absurdist meme styles to make anyone who calls them out look insane. It can be a very effective tactic when trolling. This Bored Ape Yacht Club shirt is an exact Boogaloo Boy Hawaiian shirt used to LARP by 4chan users. This is Ape 1488. The number 14 is a neo-Nazi dog whistle. It is a direct reference to the white supremacist slogan known as the 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and future for white children. The slogan was coined by David Lane, a member of the white supremacist terrorist group known as The Order. The number 88 is white supremacist alphanumerical code for HH, which stands for Hail Hitler. 1488, which is also included in the ADL database or the Anti-Defamation League, is a combination of these two hate symbols.
But the fact is, guys, I've been on the internet 20 years. I know pretty much about every single different slur that's in the English language and a few in other languages as well. So not only do I understand all the slurs, I also understand the euphemisms like 1488.
Here is where it gets really dark. What do you see on this ape? No, not the bloodshot eyes. This ape is wearing a prison outfit with the numbers 0198. 07. If we take out the zeros, a practice in cryptography called null padding, we are left with 1987, which we can deduce is a year. You see, 1987 is a reference to the year that Rudolf Hess, a Nazi hero, died in the Spandau prison in West Berlin as a result of his conviction during the Nuremberg trials. It was destroyed the same year to prevent it from becoming a neo-Nazi shrine. Not everyone who has a Bored Ape is aware of the inherent racism. Let me point your attention to the sales activity tab. If someone is is selling an ape, they set the price. Interestingly enough, there is a pattern of selling apes for variations of 88 Ethereum, ending prices in 0.88 or 0.14. This is a cut-and-dry example of esoteric racism. Ape 6969 features the same prison jumpsuit and a Prussian helmet with a shit-eating grin. This is a troll hidden in plain sight, designed to mock everyone who looks at it. The odds of Ape 6969, which is a troll in itself, having both the prison jumpsuit and a Prussian helmet is statistically near impossible. Apes in the Bored Ape Yacht Club project are adorned with various characteristics. This can include clothing, accessories, eyes, faces. Anything you see on these apes can be randomly generated to produce the final product that we see as an ape. By design, some of these characteristics are more rare than others, which means more desirable, which results in a higher price. Some of these characteristics are harmless, but there is a definite through line with one characteristic in particular: headwear. The Prussian helmet is known as a Pickelob, which is a reference to the German Empire from 1871 to 1919. The Vietnam-era helmet features an Ace of Spades card attached to the helmet, which was a custom American soldiers started in World War II, but continued in Vietnam. In Vietnam, however, American soldiers would leave an Ace of Spades on dead Vietnamese soldiers. The card in the Bored Ape helmet has a letter J on it, which would indicate a Jack of Spades, not an ace. The founders of this project are not sloppy writers and wouldn't get history wrong if it meant they could include yet another racist reference. Maybe this explains it. Based on a 1938 decree in Nazi Germany, every Jew in Germany had to carry an identification card marked with J for Jewish at all times. The sushi chef headband is a Japanese headband known as a hachimaki. Hachimaki can have different Japanese characters on them to mean different.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop right now. You guys can watch the end of this. I'll give you a link to it for the YouTube chat and the Rumble chat. And if you want to keep watching, it's at 45 minutes. 45 minutes in.
People should really watch it, man. It's really
yeah. There's only 15 minutes left of it, but I gotta go. So the top did rip off. The top ripped off my Jeep. So the trucker, hopefully he's working at, hopefully he's wrapped it up and saved it and I can just put it back on, hopefully I didn't lose anything, but we'll see. There's a few pieces there. They're kind of, it's kind of expensive. We'll see.
God damn.
We'll see. So, yeah, she was like, he's doing the best he can with it. It's gonna come back. There's not gonna be any roof on it, I was worried about that, man. I was like, that roof, man. That roof, man. I don't know if that roof can take it. It's up on top, man. Oh, God. He was doing 100, man. He was doing 100. Put it, let's skip for speed. Anyway, I'm calling this one, you guys. I'm out of here. I hope you had a good time. Where's my Rumbles at, man? Where's my Rumble page? Right here. Nope, Rumble. I can't find it. There it is. Rumble. Wow, 15 people, man. I'm going to go eat dinner. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you guys maybe tonight. And I don't know. Maybe we'll watch the last 15 minutes of this documentary. Anyway, you guys take care. Love y'all. Take care. You guys are great. The chat's going crazy. I don't know what to do. I'm on Twitter at Nays Garden. I'm on Twitter at Nays Garden. Come to Twitter. I'm at Nays Garden on Twitter. Thank you. I'm on Twitter. I'm at Nays Garden on Twitter. Bye, guys. Oh, wait. Before we go, freaking article. Hey, freaking article show, man. What'd you think, bro, of what you've seen so far? He said, wowzers. What'd you think of that shit, brother? See, when you wanna put your money into something called ape, just understand where that imagery is coming from, and also know this: the people that are doing it, they know where it's coming from. They know where it's coming from. So it's just. That's a lot of information. I know, right? Well, it's deliberate. That's the problem. When you get through that thing, bro, that puzzle they're doing, bro, and all of the racist bullshit that they threw in there, you know, just so all their friends would know. Because, you know, look how far you have to go to find all those puzzle answers. Actually, this next 15, look, man, let me go take, what's my dog doing here? Oh, he laid down. We got 15 minutes left, man. My cat's here looking at me. Yeah, I think you guys, how many of you is 15 people? We'll watch the last 15 minutes of it for 15 people. Why not?
Things. There are 6 variations that are the most popular and commonly used. Bored Ape Yacht Club went with kamikaze to indicate Imperial Japan's suicide pilots. A sushi chef would never wear this headband. The safari helmet is a British or European pith hat used by the British Empire in colonizing Africa. And Belgium in the Congo, led by King Leopold II, who, as you know, cut off Congolese hands. The kami hat is known as a ushanka, and with the sickle and hammer, it represents the Soviet Union or the USSR, worn during World War II while Russians were commanded by tyrannical leader Joseph Stalin. The fez is a potential reference to the Ottoman Empire, but there's also such thing as a Nazi fez. With all of these helmets and headwear, one can see a clear picture of Chan culture's fetishization of power and dominion of those they deem weaker. October 2021, music manager Guy Oseary, founder of management firm Maverick, who represents Madonna and U2, acquired representation of Bored Ape Yacht Club. This would include securing book deals, music, television, video games, and even movie integrations. This was a power play for Bored Ape Yacht Club because it legitimized funding and star power behind the project. With the connections of Guy Oseary, Bored Ape Yacht Club now had a way to control the media messaging around their project.
The project obviously has so much hype and so much support. There's also been criticism. Some people connected some of the images to racist tropes. I'd love to give you the opportunity to respond to that criticism. It's apes, because aping in is very much a nod to this community, to crypto enthusiasts, to people who aped in early. So the story is about them. One of the founders is Jewish.
You guys, they went through all the trouble to do all of that shit, and listen to her freaking lame ass excuse. Like, ape in. That's the big meaning, right? You know, after they literally went through all that shit, you know?
One is Turkish, one is Pakistani, one is Cuban.
Who cares?
Guy Oseary, who's one of the partners that came in later last year, is Israeli.
Who cares?
I myself am Cuban.
Who fucking cares?
And I'm actually first generation American.
Who fucking cares? That's
the idea that we're neo-Nazis or alt-right is offensive.
Well, you're offensive.
Hurtful.
You're hurtful.
It's totally untrue.
Well, you're a liar.
That's really personal to you, that criticism.
The idea that you can't be racist, or even ironically racist, because you're ethnic is the saddest excuse I've ever heard. And this interview is bought by Guy Oseary. Here he is pictured with the founder of D3. And this woman, look...
What'd you say, Cyber?
It's like the I have a black friend fucking excuse.
Right.
I cannot be racist because I have a black friend.
Right, yeah, right.
Oddly familiar. Guy Oseary is even referred to as the fifth ape, a reference to the fifth Beetle. When Ryder launched GordonGoner.com, Guy Oseary went off the deep end. Ryder Rips described to me a 2-hour phone call consisting of Guy Oseary screaming at him to stop digging into the project. After Ryder explained the symbolism to Oseary, he replied with, "Who am I to judge what art is?" And remember that Rolling Stone interview I mentioned? Gordon Goner stated, "Are we the Beastie Boys of NFTs? Because right after our initial success, it felt like the Beastie Boys going on tour with Madonna. Everyone was like, who the fuck are these kids? The Rolling Stone article then states, funnily enough, Madonna's longtime manager, Guy Osseri, signed on to rep the foursome about a month after Goner made this comment to Rolling Stone. It's just so ironic
I'm
that
sorry, I just realized what happened.
would go on to partner with Madonna's manager,
I'm so sorry.
Guy Osseri. Here's the family tree of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Greg Solano and Wiley Arano are from Miami. They met later in life at a bar arguing about literature. Karem Adelaide and Zayshawn Ali went to University of Maryland together. Greg Solano also attended University of Maryland, but would go on to get his MFA at University of Virginia. The P.O. Box of Yuga Labs is in Alexandria, Virginia. The CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz, went to high school with Wiley. Mark Andreessen is the funding, Guy Osseri is the management and PR, and it's not a far stretch to say that Neil Strauss is their Rolling Stone media connection. He is also writing a book based on Bored Ape Yacht Club. Guy Osseri and Neil Strauss go back to 1998, when Guy Osseri was featured in the credits of Neil Strauss's biography on Marilyn Manson. One of the most mind-boggling parts to this ongoing story is celebrity endorsement. Everywhere you look, a new celebrity flaunts their hideous Nazi propaganda. I wouldn't expect them to know any better, but there's something going on underneath the surface. I know most celebrities are denser than a cement block, but you can't convince me they would all spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on these JPEGs just because of hype culture. So what's actually going on? In a Twitter Spaces video, Ben Baller, a celebrity jeweler, describes the process of receiving a Bored Ape.
Listen to this.
Not once, not twice, 3 times I've been offered a Bored Ape through MoonPay. I had Adidas hit me up, my DM, on Instagram. Hey man, you want to call Spaces? Oh, you own a Bored Ape? No, I fucking don't. Hit me up. And it's just, I don't know what it was, but the fact that some of these super top tier all-star NBA players had them, and I was like, yo, this is all cap. I mean, after the NBA, they try to send my agent and shit too, there's definitely NDAs and everything there, but I'm positive there's, something. The thing is, for me, if I was to accept, they want you to not disclose that they want you to not disclose that they had purchased the ape. Exactly. You know what the craziest thing about that is that a lot of celebrities who are going into this are probably just stoked to get the ape, and they don't even realize a lot of them probably don't consult their legal and shit like that beforehand. But they're actually asking you to commit fraud on their behalf.
That's right. MoonPay has celebrities sign NDAs or non-disclosure agreement contracts revealing how they received the ape.
I just got my first NFT.
Oh, you did? What was it?
Through MoonPay.
Okay.
MoonPay, which is, I did my homework.
Okay.
MoonPay was like PayPal, but for crypto.
In fact, the celebrities aren't even buying them, and they're lying through their teeth about why they bought them, all while committing fraud on MoonPay's behalf. Receiving a Bored Ape as an endorsement and not explicitly stating that you were compensated violates the Federal Trade Commission's laws. So next time you see a celebrity show off their Bored Ape, you can see who's a puppet taking advantage of their audience, all while unknowingly contributing to an apocalyptic political ideology backed by the technocratic elite. You may be asking yourself, who designed these apes in the first place? Surely they would be the ones responsible for drawing the racist imagery, right? Currently, it is believed that there are 6 artists on the Yuga Labs team. However, there was an artist in particular that provided the base layers for the apes. Her name was Seneca. When confronted and shown the finished designs, she claimed she did not even recognize the final product, and was shocked at the characteristics she saw. Seneca described payment from Yuga Labs as not ideal. After all, they were rolling in millions of dollars, and she wasn't even getting a slice of the pie. However, it is speculated that Seneca received a $1 million bonus from the company after media outlets front-ran her story. At the end of the day, Seneca, a very talented artist, was not responsible for this imagery. The Bored Ape Yacht Club project represents a sinister commentary on people's eagerness to hop on trends and projects just because it's in the spotlight. I say this is an ongoing story because on April 30th, 2022, 1 year after launching Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs launched a metaverse called Otherside. If the date sounds familiar, it's because it's also Hitler's death day. The sprites available in the video game that doesn't exist yet are called codas, spelled with a K. In music, coda with a C means the end, and obviously the theme of transitioning from life to death or crossing to the other side. Their new metaverse also features Stonewall Jackson, a reference to the Confederate leader Stonewall Jackson, and Plot 1 is owned by Emperor Tomato Ketchup. Along the way, Ryder Rips was able to open the eyes of thousands of people by organizing the information and explaining the full context to the best of his ability, knowing all too well that the barrier to entry of this information is diving down the deep rabbit holes of white supremacy, the alt-right, and 4chan. But now, one thing's for certain. He was correct in telling me that Bored Ape Yacht Club is the biggest troll in internet history. Now that you know everything there is to know about Bored Ape Yacht Club's cute little social experiment, what can we do about this? Well, as it stands right now, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club operate relatively unchecked. That's because there's no real pressure. Their tactic of using plausible deniability and dumb excuses to deflect from the truth is about to change. Nicole Muniz, I really hope you had no idea this was going on. And if you didn't, that means your business partners strung you along because they think of you as a normie. It's unfortunate if you got roped into this. Guy O'Sari, we will not be silenced. That's all I'm gonna say. Gordon, Garga, Tomato, and Sass.
I also think these guys are pussies. Like, I think they're feckless for doing this. It's like, they are, bro. It's like, go fucking do, like, why are you making this girl you went to high school with speak for you on tape?
I want every celebrity, actor, athlete, and influencer to burn their fucking ape. I want to make such a fucking shitstorm that everyone from Steph Curry to Post Malone to Jimmy Fallon is forced to act. You see, this little price tag is contingent on you, the market, the people. But in their minds, it's the normies, the sheep that made them rich. So I ask you, are you a fucking sheep? I want each and every one of you to tweet #burn BAYC on Twitter. Let's play their game. Burn means to destroy, but it's also something you can do with your NFT if you hold one. Not only will we sink Bored Ape Yacht Club because of their disgusting scheme, we will send a message. This message will be loud and clear. We will not be manipulated. To piss off ape profile pictures and amplify his own research, Ryder created Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club. Ryder won a DMCA takedown request against Yuga Labs, solidifying the point that you can't copy an NFT. Ryder also set his royalties to 0%. In this case, it's truly not about the money. He is also creating Ape Marketplace, saving people billions of dollars a year in gas fees. Oh, and if you see my profile picture, don't be fooled. It doesn't contain any racist imagery. It's also from the Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club collection. Silly goose, you can't copy an NFT. And I think I'll call him Caesar. You can even use him as your profile picture, because we're about to take over.
Dude, I love this scene right here, but we can't watch it on my YouTube channel. It's a scene from Planet of the Apes. I think it's interesting he went through all that, then he said his profile picture doesn't contain any racist stuff, but it's a fucking ape, dude. What does he mean? Don't worry, it doesn't contain any racist tropes. There's just nothing when he's... I don't know, dude. I don't get it. It's fucking weird. He says, don't worry, it doesn't contain any racist tropes. Isn't that what he was saying? It does. It totally does. It's a fucking ape. What's he talking about?
Truly not about the money. He is also creating Ape Marketplace, saving people billions of dollars a year in gas fees. Oh, and if you see my profile picture, don't be fooled. It doesn't contain any racist imagery. It's all...
Yeah, it totally contains racist imagery. It's fucking ape, dude. You just taught us about that. So now it's just like super hypocritical and stupid of you to say that that's your fucking profile picture.
It actually is, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just like so weird, man. It's so weird and contradictory to everything that he's told us, man. What the fuck? I want to ask him just this one thing. Dude, why is an ape, a picture of an ape, not racist? You just said. The whole thing was about apes, dude. You motherfucker. What are you saying? Anyway, there it is, guys. That's the whole.
Also from the Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club collection. Silly goose, you can't copy an NFT. And I think I'll call him Caesar. You can even use him as your profile picture, because we're about to take over.
Right, okay, I get it. Caesar from Planet of the Apes. $45 miles an hour, pal. San Francisco City and County. It says on that sign. So, Tula says Beezles. Why, Beezlin, little Beezle? Beezle all day. Why, Beezlin, little Beezle? Why, Beezlin, little Beezle? So, my top ripped off my Jeep. So sad. I don't know how bad it is, man. He said it was stapled down. I was like, yeah, it was. It was. I bet it's not stapled anymore. I had that thing. It was all, it wasn't built for speed, that's for sure. And Mark asked me if I wanted to take the top off it, and I was like, no. It'll hang on there. I figured it would be on the truck, but it was on the top of the truck, dude. I knew that was, as soon as I found out it was on the top of the truck, I knew that was going to be a problem. I was like, oh, God, dude. Oh. Too late, man. There's so many pieces on the back there. So much money in those pieces. God, I hope I don't lose those. The windows. Oh, man. The side window flaps, bro. The back window. The top. 2 tops. I got 2 tops on that motherfucker. Oh, my God. I'm so sad. Thing's still going to be awesome when I get it, though. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be awesome. So that's it. I'm gonna go eat dinner. You guys are great. I love you guys. There's 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of you fine people still here. You are the greatest people on the planet. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go live now because I went a little over. So 2 hours. I love you guys. 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that. We enjoyed that. We did watch the end of it was good, man. It's good shit right there. Love you guys. Take care. Cyber, thanks for recommending that and giving us the link to it.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Hell yeah. You guys take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you.